Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in the Khaliis take. Now, this take we'll be talking about just the Brooklyn Nets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Recap of the game. As of right now, specifically, the game is still going on. It's about 6 minutes to go in the game. And the Lakers are down 81 to, I think, 99. So at this point here, I would definitely say that the more likely the game is over with. Brooklyn is just too much for the Lakers. The Lakers right now, without Anthony Davis, I don't really see them beating too many good teams. I see them beating up on teams that they're supposed to beat, because they got LeBron James. But when you're playing a team like Brooklyn, it's just too much. And now I'm looking at this game. Kyrie didn't even play well this game. Kyrie actually struggled. I actually said in the preview of my earlier video today, or should I say, earlier today, I should say, I actually predicted Kyrie to have a big game, and Kyrie didn't even have a big game. They're getting big plays off of players off the bench. Joe Harris is, hitting big shots. Of course, James Harden doing his thing. To me, like I said earlier in my video, though, James Harden, to me, has really been probably the best player on that team and the most consistent, because if you look at him always being there every night, not really missing any games so far, being healthy, staying healthy, James Harden is really controlling this team's offense. And I don't care who's on the floor. It just seems like he is just putting them in great position to knock down shots. I mean, they had one or two people off the bench tonight that was knocking down shots. I didn't really know their name. And that just goes to show how much James Harden is in control of this team and how much how much effect he has on this team. And then on top of that, you have to look at it like this. Of course, James Harden can actually score himself. So when you look at that in its entirety, I mean, I don't know. Like, the Nets just look unbeatable. I mean, they don't even have Kevin Durant, and Kyrie struggled. Kyrie didn't even play up to his half of his potential. And they're up damn near by 20 points. And they were up by 20 points not too long ago in this game. It's like, wow, this team is really, really stacked. This team is, I'm not gonna lie, man. I said before, they're definitely going to the finals, but I didn't know whether they would have enough chemistry by the time the finals came to actually win the championship. But the way they're playing with just pieces of their big three, they look unstoppable either way. And, if you have to face this team in a 7-game series, I just don't really see how you're going to get past them. And it's going to be really tough when KD comes back. So, I mean, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Lakers, though. You know what I'm saying? They tried. They played their hardest. LeBron did what he could do. But even with Anthony Davis, I'm not sure they would have won this game with AD. Not the way this game looks and not the way the outcome of the game is. It looks like they're just completely outmatched either way. Now, I like AD, and don't get me wrong, AD is a top 5 player, but so is KD. KD's a top 5 player. If they had KD with Kyrie and James Harden, I'm not sure if Anthony Davis even makes a difference. He might make a little bit of a difference, but remember, Anthony Davis can't guard Kevin Durant. It's no way. Can't nobody guard Kevin Durant. Then you got to worry about Kyrie, and you got to understand, too, when KD is on the floor, it gives Kyrie more open shots. It gives Kyrie more one-on-one opportunities. And Kyrie, if he's getting one-on-one opportunities most nights, he's killing you. And then James Harden, enough said. The dude is a facilitator. I mean, he basically, their coach is Steve Nash. James Harden looks like a black Steve Nash, except bigger and stronger. That's what he looks like, because Steve Nash back in the day can get you 12 to 15 assists a game and get you 25 points. James Harden can do the same thing. James Harden can do the exact same thing, except bigger and stronger. And I'm looking at this team, it's like, wow. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the Lakers will be better when they have Anthony Davis. They'll be much better. But unless Kyle Kuzma turns into their actual third scorer, And I'm talking about a third scorer averaging like 17 a game, something like that, unless they put him in the starting lineup. I'm not sure what they'll do. But unless they have a legitimate third scorer, they will not have a chance of beating the Brooklyn Nets. Not in the NBA Finals if they face again. This team is too talented. They are too deep, and they got shooters on the bench. Like I said, they got shooters on the bench you haven't even heard of. And like I said, Joe Harris is a handful himself. Then you got Landry Shamet can knock down threes. Like I said, the unsung hero for the Brooklyn Nets. Jeff Green knocked down big shots. Then you got the big three. KD, Harden, Kyrie. And I think they just added Iman Shumpert as well, too, just for some extra defense to throw at somebody, just in case, they play somebody in the playoffs where they really have to lock somebody down. They actually added Iman Shumpert. Might not be a big deal to anybody else, but Iman Shumpert is a pretty good defender. And I'm pretty sure he still is. So my point in saying what I'm saying is this team is loaded. And for anybody to beat them, they're going to have to make a trade. Lakers going to have to make a trade. If the Clippers think they're going to get to the finals, they're going to have to make a trade. You got to have a legitimate third consistent scorer to beat this team. That's going to be the only way you're going to beat them in a 7-game series. Any other way, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, like I said, as far as the Lakers, LeBron did his thing. Like I said, everybody else, they were just other guys out there. And pretty much, what you expected them. Like I said, they can't make up for Anthony Davis. And it's just the way it is. But nobody's going to feel sorry for the Lakers. The Lakers have to, pick it up. I'm not sure if they, I think the Lakers need to make it for another trade too. But at the same time, my personal opinion, as far as Lakers making a trade, I think they need to get rid of Gasol. And it's nothing against Gasol. I've always liked Marc Gasol. I always thought he was a great talent. But now he's so much older, and he's just not the defensive player of the year he used to be. And he's not the player he used to be. It's like he can't even knock down the big threes like he used to. I mean, his last good year was with the Toronto Raptors when Kawhi Leonard and Toronto won the championship. That was his last good season. It's like Marc Gasol passed away after then, because he was never the same. So I think they need to get rid of Marc Gasol and get some more size in the paint, and get some more defense in the paint, because they can't stop nobody from coming in there. I mean, James Harden is just knifing his way through the defense pretty easily, and it just doesn't look like he's even having any problems. But he's not having any problems because there's nobody in the paint. And even if Anthony Davis was there, Anthony Davis really isn't like a big shot blocker. He's not a big defensive guy. He plays defense, pretty good, but he's not like a huge, like, all around, this is a defensive prowess type dude. That's not his game. Anthony Davis has turned more into an offensive, animal rather than a defensive. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to try to find a way to replace Gasol. And I know it's hard to replace him, man, because, Gasol can, he can knock down a three. So it's hard to find a big man who can stretch the floor like he can, possibly. But he's just not making a lot of shots, and he's just not, helping them to the degree where, they can be a good team and win. You know what I'm saying? They are a good team. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but to win against teams like Brooklyn, or a team assembled to that level, you're going to have a legitimate third scorer, and everybody, as far as the other guys, really have to chip in. And I'm not sure if Marc Gasol at that stage now. But, I mean, hey, like I said, it's a good game, and pretty sure it's near the end now. And, of course, we know Brooklyn's going to win, so it's no need to look elsewhere. But at the same time, man, the Nets look so dominant. The league is on notice now. You're gonna have to make a trade, or somebody on your team better turn into a superstar. And you need 3 superstars on your team, or at least 2 superstars and 1 all-star to contend with this team. That's what you're gonna need. And I don't know. I want to see how teams progress going forward. The Lakers. I mean, I hope the Lakers get it together. I hope, listen, they were saying, could the Lakers and the Nets possibly be in the finals? Yeah, it sure can. But I don't think nobody need to rule out the Clippers either. So, with that being said, hey, till next time.